Hello there and welcome to our channel. We talk about science for kids. If you like to be a young scientist, subscribe our channel and bell down below. We will every week upload a new lesson for you. Hi kids, and I hope you're doing fantastic. Let's get started with another lesson. I'd like to introduce Oliver to you. He lives in this house. His family and he decided to place flower pots in the yard. So they decided to put flower pots on the table that was in the yard. But if you are curious why Oliver is thinking, it's because he is an inquisitive boy and wants to calculate how many flower pots could be placed on the top of the table before putting them there. He thought that how much stuff would be placed on this table, or on the other hand, how to calculate the amount of space within the perimeter of top of the table, which means the area of it. Therefore, he will be able to calculate how much all kinds of stuff like flower pots could be placed on top of it. So, we have to calculate the area of the top of the table in order to realize how many flower pots could be placed there. If we have to calculate the area of the top of this table, at first we have to recognize the shape of it, which is rectangular. Also, if we look around us, we will find some stuff which contains rectangular shapes. For example, as you see, the bottom of this flower pot is also a rectangle. As well, the shape of the soccer field is rectangular, and if we want to calculate the area of the soccer field, it means maximum how many special things could be placed on this field. Or about people, maximum how many people could stand here. This piece of paper also has a rectangle shape, and we can calculate the area of it. It indicates how many words we can write on it, or how many shapes we can draw on it, so that this paper will be full of those shapes or words. To understand all kinds of these problems, we have to learn how to calculate areas of all kinds of rectangles that we said before. To understand all kinds of these problems, we have to learn how to calculate areas of all kinds of rectangles that we said before. For this purpose, we have to find out a way to calculate all kinds of rectangles, including small and big sizes of them. First, let's see a simple example. We want to calculate the area of this rectangle. In the first stage, we have to divide this rectangle into small pieces. But these pieces have to be equal and the same size. So, we divide this rectangle into small squares. And we see each side of each square is equal to 1 centimeter. Therefore, the area of each square is equal to 1 square centimeter. And then we have to count up how many squares are in the rectangle. One of the ways is to count these squares one by one, but there is a better way to count them. In the upper row, there are 8 squares. We can also find out in the other rows there are the same squares, and there are 8 on which? This rectangle is built up of 6 rows. 6 rows, each of them containing 8 squares. This definition makes it easy to understand what we should do. So, to solve this problem, we have to use multiplication. Then, 6 times 8 equals 48. So, let's review quickly. In each row, we have 8 squares, and this rectangle altogether contains 6 rows. So, 6 times 8 squares equals 48 squares. As we said before, the area of each square is 1 square centimeter, and we have 48 squares in this rectangle. Then, the area of the rectangle is 48 square centimeter. Probably if you know about the rectangle, you know there are 2 kinds of sides on it. Maybe some of you remember names of them. This longer side is called the length. The length of this rectangle equals 8 because we have 8 squares, each of them has 1 centimeter in length. So, the length of the rectangle equals 8. In addition, this shorter side is called the width. The width of this rectangle equals 6. As you remember, we had 6 rows and 8 columns. And the area of the rectangle was equal to multiplication 6 to 8. Also, here we see 6 is the width and 8 is the length. So, we find out the area of the rectangle is equal to width times length. Yes, this is the formula of the area of the rectangle. We can use it for all rectangles and don't need to convert rectangles to little squares and count up them. I have to notice that sometimes a rectangle rotates, maybe like this. If we want to find the length and the width in this rectangle, we have to remember the definition of them. Here we see. The longer side is called the length. So, this is the longer side and this is the length. The smaller side is called the width. So, this is the smaller side and this is the width. After this, it's like a piece of cake and you can easily calculate areas of all kinds of rectangles. After watching this video, draw a rectangle like this and define its length and width. For example, I'd like to choose 11 for the length and 7 for the width. Then calculate the area of it. And finally, write your numbers as the length and width and your final answer as a total area of the rectangle in the comment box. Also, if you have any questions about this lesson, write them down. I will read and answer all the comments.